Yeah, with me, the voice of ability and for persons with disabilities.
This is the Helping Hand TV show
where we seek to throw the spotlight on the abilities of persons with disability. Like I say, you're welcome. Welcome to my world where disability is not inability. And welcome to the Helping Hand TV show.
You have to demonstrate your abilities. I have to be very extra careful to make sure that I don't do anything that my failure will be linked with what? My disability. My success should rather uplift and bring ability to my disability.
Amazing.
That is what my focus is. So persons with disability, the time to remain in our rooms are far gone.
So this is why we do this show, to bring dignity to disability, to bring hope to those who are hopeless. Hello and welcome to another exciting and inspirational edition of the Helping Hand TV show, where we seek to throw the spotlight on the abilities of persons with disability. And like I say, you are welcome. Welcome to my world where disability is not inability. Thank you so much for tuning in. Special thanks to DV Unlimited Company Limited, my proud sponsors. NFCC Chapel, Fire City Chapel, my proud sponsors. Thank you so much for making this happen. Today we have a very interesting episode. We are looking at living with cerebral palsy. I have a very, very special guest with me, but I'll go for a quick commercial break. When I come back, I'll introduce you to my guest. Stay tuned.
We'll be right back.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, you are with me, the voice of ability on the air for persons with disability, and today I want to introduce you to someone with so much ability. Some people call her the greatest friend, others call her the sweet companion, and others still call her the faithful worker. She is dependable, reliable, and adorable, and she's committed to lending you a helping hand anytime, anywhere. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome DV Cleaners.
DV Cleaners Alata Samuna Shower Gels, DV Cleaners Aloe Vera Shower Gels, DV Cleaners Body Lotions, DV Cleaners Hair Shampoos, DV Cleaners Hair Conditioners, DV Cleaners Liquid Detergents, DV Cleaners Hand Wash, DV Cleaners Floor Cleaners, DV Cleaners Toilet Cleaners, DV Cleaners Cake Soaps, and now introducing DV Cleaners Hand Sanitizers. For bulk purchase, call us on +233 278 308 246 or +233 244 467 326. DV Cleaners, one of the top most made in Ghana products. DV Cleaners, proudly Ghanaian.
And so remember that anytime you purchase any of the DV Cleaners range of products, you are lending a helping hand to a person with disability, and you are supporting H4P organization's special advocacy for persons with disability. DV Cleaners,
Nature's finest touch.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back to the Helping Hand TV show. Today we are looking at living with cerebral palsy. I have Irene Apia Ajete. I hope I got it right.
Yes.
So Irene is my new friend. She is someone who likes watching the Helping Hand TV show. So I'm going to start with that. I like it when we have such important people watching Helping Hand TV show. Irene, first of all, thank you for your time. I hear you like watching Helping Hand TV show.
I do.
Tell me about it. How did you get to know about the Helping Hand?
I think my auntie used to watch.
Okay.
She actually loved watching GTV.
Wow.
And so anytime she's around, it's on GTV. And
Wow.
the first time I spotted your program, I got interested.
Wow.
Then I wasn't even pregnant with my boy.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I think probably it was another station. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But anytime there's a helping hand TV show, she wants to watch that. So
Wow.
I tend to pick, and then I say, okay, what's going on? And I love seeing people. I mean, when it comes to people with disability,
Yeah.
I love to see them do extraordinary things.
Exactly.
And when I watch your show, I mean, the first time I watched, I said, okay, this is interesting. I've never seen a pastor so interested in, when it comes to issues with disability. I've never. So I went online to search for your program, and I found out that there are even lots of things you do that are not on set. So I really got interested. Every Sunday, 6 I watch it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. These are some of the things that encourage us. Thank you so much. Well, but Irene is here to motivate us. She's here to share her story with us, to share her life with us. And so we'll go straight into that. I was asking you the name of your son. Can you tell us the name of your son?
He's Evangel Emmanuel Ajite Insha.
Okay.
Yes.
And I'm sure all my audience are asking, Evangel, what does that mean? So we are asking, why the name Evangel?
Yeah, the name is actually God-given. I think it's inspirational. You know, the first time I got the diagnosis, it wasn't even diagnosed, but the prognosis of my child condition was probably cerebral palsy. So I started reading about it. And one major thing that really struck me was the fact that he might not be able to speak. So his speech might be affected. And I said, no. I mean, what I dreamt about was nothing like that. I wasn't even concerned about the other symptoms. But if he's able to express himself. So I just said, no, my child is an evangelist. And evangelists speak. They speak. So he has to speak. And I said, then he's called Evangel.
Wow.
Yes. And I believe that he will speak.
I believe
I don't care how long it takes. But he will speak, and he has started showing signs.
You see, you see, God is faithful. God is faithful. Let's go straight to your story. I like how you narrated your story. So inspirational, so graphic. Let's start from the beginning. The first time you started feeling the signs or sensing that you were going to get into labor? Yeah,
so my pregnancy had been a bit, it was challenging.
Oh, okay.
I was tired throughout
the
time.
Right from the beginning?
Right from the beginning. So Evangel's pregnancy was quite tedious.
Okay.
But aside that, there wasn't any major issue.
Okay.
Except that getting to the end, the third trimester, I had mumps.
Oh.
Is it mum? I think I got the name right, yes. Yeah. And then eye infection.
Oh.
Yes, so I started having those things. So the day I went into labor, I called a brother friend. He came around, I packed my things, we left. So we got there, we got to the hospital around 6 p.m.
Evening, okay.
Yes, so I met the midwife on duty, but unfortunately she was closing.
Okay.
So after giving the drip and all that, she left. She handed over to the night.
So she examined you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, she examined me and handed over.
Okay.
So the one who came, I guess she was so tired. She had gone to do other jobs. And she needed to sleep.
On duty?
Yes, she was tired. So when she came to check me, I said, 5 centimeters. Oh, you are almost due. I mean, it will come soon. So it should even come and let me go and sleep. I'm tired. What? She said that, yes. So she came back again, checked on me. Initially, she was very helpful. She would come. I think she went out to bring a medication. I don't know. As at now, so now I've not really found out what exactly. But later someone told me it was supposed to induce the labor or something. Immediately they injected me. It was worse.
But did they tell you before?
She said, she's giving me something to ease the pain. And right after that, it was as if it was crazy. The pain intensified. I couldn't breathe. I wasn't stable breathe. So at that point, I felt there was a problem. I felt weak. She went out to sleep, I guess, and she said anytime I feel the pain unbearable or anything, I should just call. But here I couldn't even scream. And I was there alone, praying.
I can imagine, because you talk about the fact that it was the most painful labor you had experienced?
Yes, the most painful.
I can imagine.
Yes, it was painful to the extent I couldn't breathe. I couldn't.
Let me go for a break. When we come back, we'll pick it up from there. Irene Apia Ajete is my guest. She's sharing her life with us, her story with us. We'll go for a break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
We'll be right back.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, H4P is 11 years old. Hooray! To God be the glory. Great things he has done and greater things he will do. H4P, promoting the fundamental rights and privileges of persons with disability. H4P, demystifying the myths and erroneous perceptions about disability using the power of media. H4P, encouraging ability in the face of disability. H4P, lending a helping hand to the vulnerable. H4P, bringing dignity to disability. H4P is 11 years old. Hooray! As you call to the CEO and staff of H4P organization. H4P, bringing dignity to disability. H4P, perfection is our passion.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back to the Helping Hand TV show. My very, very special guest, Irene Apia Ajete, is here, and she's sharing her life with us. Just before we went on break, we were at the point where she was talking about how painful the labor was. You also described it as you felt like you were dying.
Yes.
Was it that severe?
It was severe. At that point, I couldn't breathe. I felt that was the end.
Wow.
I didn't know when it was going to end. And so...
And the nurses were not checking up on you?
No, she would go, at a point she went for a longer time. And she wasn't coming. My mom was...
So there was only one nurse?
There were two. I think there was another one. But she never came around.
Wow.
So we went to the delivery room. That was when she was there. Even there, she wasn't really active. Yeah. So...
Okay, go ahead with this incredible story.
Yeah, so I mean, when it got worse, she asked me to call her if I feel the baby was coming, and I mean I couldn't call, I couldn't even scream. My mom was around at the time, but she went out, and I was there alone. My husband, we needed to leave our first child with someone.
Okay.
So my husband was waiting for brother's daughter to come around so he could leave my girl with them. So I think he also delayed.
Okay.
But when he came, I had already been rushed to the delivery,
Okay.
And I mean, I said, yeah, I think baby is coming.
Okay.
But during the labor, just after the water was ruptured, I think something went wrong from there.
Okay.
Later, I learned that probably it wasn't done properly. The nurse was in a hurry.
Okay.
So couldn't lead baby to where the head is supposed to be.
Okay.
The right position to help the baby come. And after that, the water kept coming plenty on the floor. And my first, I've given birth before, so I'd given birth, but so I didn't experience that. But this one was so different. Throughout the process, I realized there was something wrong. It's either I am dying or my baby was dying at that time. Yeah, so I was a bit scared.
And you were praying throughout?
Yeah, I was. I was just saying, throughout the labor, I was just thanking God. But when I realized that it's the whole thing has changed, I started calling God for help. God, save us. God, save us. God, it won't end like this. I started talking to God. And at a point when I couldn't even talk again, I think I was singing in my head.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, so we got to the delivery room. And push. I felt, finally, I'll be free. So I pushed, and the nurse kept saying, push. And I was doing all my best. But she still kept saying, push, and even called my husband to come around. And said, you have to tell your wife to push. But I knew I had done everything I could. So when she said push again, she said no, wait. Then she realized that baby's shoulders were stuck. So she started maneuvering her way to get baby out. And that experience was terrible. It was terrible. But all that I was hoping and praying for was that baby would come out. But then when I was lying there, I didn't know the implications of baby getting stuck there for that period. Yeah. But eventually, I think it lasted for 3 to 4 minutes. Yes.
Wow.
And when he came, very big baby. Apparently, the last scan was 36 weeks.
Okay.
And it was, I think it showed 2.7 kg.
Okay.
Yes, in a scan.
That is not too big. But you said it came and it was...
Yes, baby was 4.1.
Oh my God.
Yes, when they were... So the midwife was scared, was surprised that, I mean, when she checked my documents, my records, it didn't say that. And now this. So they couldn't blame me as well. But you could see the...
But is that possible? That would be within a space of 2 to 3 weeks?
Yes, just 2 to 3 weeks.
And the baby grew that much?
A doctor friend I met said it couldn't have been. So probably the scan didn't take the right record, or they can't just tell.
I can't believe this. So I'll go on a break. When I come back, I'll find out, are we talking the 80s or the 70s? I would ask you when we come back. Well, I'll go for 60-second success with the bishop. Quickly, then we come back. Irene is not going anywhere. She's going to be here with me in the studios. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Success is a product of hard and wise work. Here's 60-second success with the bishop. Stay tuned.
Welcome to 60-second success with the bishop. Today I want to speak to you about an important success ingredient called the law of progress. The law of progress is your decision to take a step forward in every area of your life. Your decision to take a step forward in every area of your life. Success is a milestone that is achieved after continuous struggles, hard work, pains, motivation, failures, and repeated efforts. Success, my friend, is a journey made up of failures and successes in life. And those who never see success are those who decide to stand at one place in life, those who refuse to progress. If you really want to be successful, then you have to take a step forward. You have to decide to progress in every area of your life. Every day, make a determination to take a step forward in everything you do, and success will be yours. Thank you.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, H4P is 11 years old. Hooray! To God be the glory. Great things he has done and greater things he will do. H4P, promoting the fundamental rights and privileges of persons with disability. H4P, demystifying the myths and erroneous perceptions about disability using the power of media. H4P, encouraging ability in the face of disability. H4P, lending a helping hand to the vulnerable. H4P, bringing dignity to disability. H4P is 11 years old. Hooray! As you call to the CEO and staff of H4P organization. H4P, bringing dignity to disability. H4P, perfection is our passion.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back to the Helping Hand TV show. Irene Apia Ajete is my guest. Such an inspiration, such a motivation. Irene, thank you so much for spending your time with me. I want to get something clear. Are we talking the 80s? Are we talking, because I'm looking at all the medical lapses you are talking about. Which year?
December 2019.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so it was at the time of delivery they realized that, okay, so the baby was too big?
Yes.
And what happened?
Interestingly, I think at my last trimester, getting to the end of, I remember I mentioned to my husband, if they had to do induction again, I wouldn't opt for that.
Okay.
I would rather opt for CS.
Yeah.
Because I was tired and I didn't know what was causing all that. So if I had known, I would have opted for elective CS. When they put him on me, I was like, "Ooh, that was a huge baby."
Wow.
But it didn't last. They just took him away, and they thought something they thought was just, oh, baby was tired, and so they would poke him small and.
Okay, so he didn't cry.
He didn't cry. Baby didn't cry. In fact, my boy didn't cry for I think 3 months. Yes.
3 months.
From birth, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, so he didn't cry, and they did all that they could. Initially, it was kind of fun to them. But when they saw baby was not responding, then the midwife got scared.
Okay.
So the other midwife came around, and they were like, "Hey, baby, don't scare us." So they left me to my feet. I was just lying. I was just lying there, not being attended to. So I was just there, watching what was going on. But me, I was praying in my husband too was praying. Then he came I could see him from the corridor.
Okay.
He went out to pray. I could see him going up and down praying. So he looked at me again, because he couldn't hear baby crying. And he looked at me, and I shook my head. So I had wanted to tell him something is going on. Something might have been happening then. And I asked, is there anything wrong? They wouldn't even mind me. I guess the attention was on the baby. Okay. So I think to me at that time that was okay. I mean,
but
doing everything.
They have rushed the baby?
Yes, that was what I thought. Because there I realized, though I had no knowledge about neonatal brain injury, I didn't know anything. All that probably I know is baby if something goes wrong, baby could just die, or will grow out of whatever thing initially. Okay. But I never knew. So they wasted time. They were just trying to resuscitate baby. Okay. He wasn't coming around. Then I saw the nurse rush out to go call, I think, the doctors on duty.
Okay.
They came in as if nothing was happening, so reluctant, walking majestically into the delivery room, and I felt rage in my heart lying down. I said, then I hope there's nothing wrong, because if there was something really wrong and these people walking as if there's no emergency. And one came in and started, trying to bring baby around and checked and said, it has some kind of a little impulse, something. Then my heart, I said, what is happening? So on the bed I was silent, but I was asking lots of questions. Definitely. What is going on?
Definitely.
It was as if it was a movie or something.
And this would be several minutes.
It was. They wasted time. That was my fear. I was even later attended to when the placenta was coming out, so I screamed. And that was when they came to me and helped deliver the placenta, and I was held down to go to my room. I wanted to ask questions, but at that time I felt they knew what they were doing.
Okay.
So I went in. I couldn't hear my baby cry. I didn't hear, and I was disturbed. My whole world was almost shutting down.
Your child is taking, I presume, an intensive care unit?
Yes.
What happened there? Any good news?
Life there was another whole story.
Wow.
Yes, unfortunately. So baby was rushed there, and I learned, it's just recently my husband was telling me when they got there, there were only nurses.
No doctors?
No doctor. There was no doctor. And the doctor came the following day around 9. So baby was having seizures throughout the night. And he thinks that it was during that period that the brain
The damage.
the damage was done. So the following day I was discharged. I was eager to see my baby. So
You've waited for so long, prayed for so long.
Yes. And I was devastated. But what could I do then? But I asked them, no, you have to discharge me. I'm fit. I'm okay. I can go see and I wasn't cut. I didn't have any tear with that big baby.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess.
Wow. That's
so
good.
yes,
That's good.
yes. So I went there. When I got there, there were nurses there. There was a doctor, a specialist there. And one nurse told me, the specialist will speak with you.
Okay.
So you just sit down and wait. I waited for like 5 hours.
Not 5 minutes.
5 hours. I was desperate. And one nurse was becoming anxious. She was like, why are you not attending to the woman? She's desperate. She had to see the son. So they allowed me to go see him. When I went, my baby, very healthy looking baby. I mean, lifeless. Lying there. And at that moment, I didn't know what to think. I just said, God, save my boy. God, save him. And I couldn't hold my tears. I was just crying. I went out, waited, because I was anxious. I wanted them to say something to me. And they were just walking around. So I think
and sometimes that one can be even more devastating.
Yes, it is, because I didn't know what was going on, and nobody would talk to you. So I think one nurse got the assistant to the specialist to talk to me, and I think she also gave her the go ahead to, when she comes, you just talk to her or something like that. Later, that's the impression I got. So she called me aside and said, it wasn't even aside, in the midst of people, just a seat around, and she said, well, your son suffered brain damage. Yes.
Just like that?
Just like that.
Oh, no.
And I said, no. Brain damage. I don't understand your language.
No. Were you with your husband?
I was alone. Because I think they were waiting for my husband. They had said everything to my husband, but he didn't break the news that way.
Because that's the right thing to do. They should tell you something else.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
She just said, your son, see what is happening to him. The feet is jerking and there are seizures. And so he has brain damage. And I told her, don't you think it's too hard of a word to say to a new mom? And she said, that is what it is. Yes.
Oh my God.
So that really, in fact, I think my depression started from there.
I can't imagine how you would take that.
Yes. And they handled my boy. They were caring, the nurses were caring, but at a point I felt they had given up on him.
But even with the statements from the doctor,
yes,
it's like it's done.
There's no hope, yes.
How?
Yes. And that, I mean, life at the NICU was another thing. I had depression, I had panic attacks.
Okay.
I couldn't sleep for 3 days continuous, and my BP was rising.
Well, let's cross over to Elon for a spot of music. Whilst we calm our nerves, I can imagine how you are feeling watching us now. Irene has gone through that, so she is a bit calmer now. I don't know what to say. Elon, give us some music, calm us down. We'll come back and continue this interview. It's a Helping Hand TV show. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Is the music segment on the Helping Hand TV show.
Great unknown, where feet may fail. you in the mystery, in oceans deep, my faith will stand, and I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace, for I am yours and you are mine. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah. Oh, oh. Your grace abounds in deepest waters. Your sovereign hand will be my guide. But feet may fail and fear surrounds me. You've never failed, and you won't start now. So I will call upon your name, yeah, 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 and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace, for I am yours, yeah, and you are mine. You are mine. Oh, 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 you are mine, yeah. Oh, you are mine, yeah. Oh, yeah. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. And I will call upon your name, Jesus, and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace, for I am yours and you are mine, yeah, yeah. You are mine. Oh, lead me, Lord.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back to the Helping Hand TV show with me, the voice of ability on air for persons with disability. It's a special edition. We are looking at living with cerebral palsy. My special guest is Irene Apia Ajite. She's sharing her life with us, her story with us. Irene, thank you so much. I'm tempted to ask, how are you this strong? How are you this courageous? How have you been able to hold yourself about this well?
Initially, it wasn't easy. I mean, I've been through, I think it's a process. And I've had 2 faithful friends who had been praying with us from day one.
Wow.
When they heard about it, they will meet at one's house every night.
Wow.
And sometimes Sundays, and they will be praying with us. And they keep telling me, we're not even praying for baby, because we know baby is fine. We don't know what God has for him, but we are praying for you.
Yeah.
So that you'll be strong.
Yeah.
At that time, it sounded, I didn't want to even hear that. But I think God had listened, and he had given me that peace. Even coming to that point, yes, it had not been easy. It had not been easy. Sometimes I wake up and I feel like, I hope it's a dream. I hope it's all a dream. And I'm coming to reality. And I open my eyes and I'm in the reality.
You talk about how supportive your husband was. Let me find out. Was he that strong throughout? Like he was being a man, like the man thing?
Yeah, I think, yes. He stood. He had to, bring out his chest, someone would say, and take it all. But I know he was also hurting inside. I mean, he's that calm person.
Okay.
He doesn't show so much emotions.
Okay.
But he's an emotional person. I'm the only one who knows that he is. And probably his mother.
Okay.
I know that he's an emotional person.
Did you ever catch him cry?
I think I didn't really. But there was a day we were praying together.
Okay.
And I could see tears. Yes, in his eyes. And I know he has had his own, but he has been so supportive.
So let me find out. With your story, with your whole journey, what one thing stands out for you?
I think now, I've prayed for a miracle right when it started, and we've come this far. But the fact that I have the peace of God, I have that peace. I've come to accept that this is my child.
Yeah.
His condition can change or not, might not change. But he is my son. And God has a purpose for him. God did not cause this. But in all situations, he can work all things for our good. And so I've come to that point of acceptance. I'm not saying I don't have my, downside sometimes when he's not feeling fine. I get worried. Every mother would do.
Definitely.
Yes, but when it comes to his condition, what happened to him, initially I was almost getting bitter. But I said, no, this is not me. I'm a very happy person. And if I allow God to walk us through, it will bring us much beauty. And so I sought for that, and I'm still seeking to, be there. I want to be there, and also give hope to other people.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. So this is why we do this show. To bring dignity to disability, to bring hope to those who are hopeless. You can't listen to Irene and still be depressed. All right, so let's go for H4P Showtime. When we come back, we'll see what Irene will do for us freestyle segment. It's a showtime, so let's go for that.
H4P, bringing dignity to disability. Hooray! It's H4P Showtime.
Don't you know, Tracy, that my elders say that when a woman buys a gun, it is kept in a man's room? Don't you?
Hey,
don't you?
Collins, then you better tell your elders that I, Ajua Tracy, will not buy a gun that I cannot keep.
What?
Yes, Collins. My gun will not be kept in a man's room. It will not. Especially when the man is using the gun to kill rats instead of antelopes.
Fantastic.
Yes, Collins. Every woman will be fed up. Every woman will be fed up with a man who is only interested in using the gun his wife has labored and worked hard to buy to only kill rats and cockroaches.
Fantastic.
Instead of antelope and proper bushmeat.
Fantastic. Tracy, do you know that is a fantastic insult? Tracy, hey, how dare you insult me? Hey, Tracy, you insult and disrespect me, your husband. Tracy, do you know that I am your husband, and the Bible says I am your head? Hey, Tracy, you insult your head.
Oh, sorry, Collins. I'm sorry. I suppose my head needs a thorough checkup.
What?
Because my head is not thinking right.
Fantastic! Tracy, hey, what are you insinuating? Hey, who is not thinking right?
Oh, it's my head.
Hey, how dare you?
Purchase copies of the H4P melodrama DVDs today. Contact H4P on +233 209 555 777 or +233 596 313 338. All sales are for the promotion of our disability advocacy, so grab your copies now.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back to the Helping Hand TV show with me, the voice of ability for persons with disability. Irene Apia Ajete has been my incredible, amazing guest. Irene, again, thank you. Thank you so much. You are such an inspiration. You are an example to a lot of people. It's freestyle. Freestyle segment is where I allow my guests to do anything. They can sing, they can dance, they can recite a poem, they can play an instrument, so far as I have it in the studio. Irene, what would you do for me freestyle?
I think I'll sing with my cockroach voice.
All right, so Irene will sing for us, so please go ahead.
Okay, before I sing, there's a song, I think it's an inspirational song I got whilst I was praying. I was just looking at the goodness of God.
Okay, so you composed your song?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It's just a simple song.
Wow.
I was just thinking about the goodness of God. Through it all, He has been faithful.
Yeah.
We didn't have anything. Sometimes it's difficult, but how He provides for us is amazing.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking about Him, and I just said, it's amazing, Lord, how you love us, Lord, how you bless us, how you make us smile. It's amazing, Lord, how you love us, Lord, how you bless us, how you care for us. It's amazing, Lord, how you love us, Lord, how you bless us, how you make us smile. That's a song.
Wow. And did you hear Irene say that she was going to sing with her cockroach voice? If this is cockroach, then okay, so let me leave it there. Irene, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. I know that God has begun a good work with you. Evangel will be that evangelist you are dreaming of. And we'll meet again. We'll talk on this show again.
Sure.
And we'll take the story to another level to give God praise. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you too for the opportunity.
Thank you so much for staying tuned in, especially those who contribute to H4P through our mobile money system. God richly bless you. I'm so grateful. DV Unlimited Company Limited, Fast Chapel, my proud sponsors, thank you so much, so much. My crew, what would I do without you? Thank you so much for making this happen every time. Well, I'm going to come your way again next week. Until then, remember that disability is not inability. God bless you. Take care of yourself and stay safe.
Lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me